That test is not a pathway in thought. Because I would have brushed it, and especially on human matters, I'm very strong. The matter that I wish to have addressed is to have a promise and no post will be removed from Facebook except for confidentiality of names or hate speech. Those, I cannot, and perhaps touch them. I cannot forget, maybe someone may come up with a fourth reason to remove it, and even in the cuss words, simply say, in Nixon's immortal words, expletive reading.
Are you comfortable, Murray?
I've been outed by other admins literally on the page as an administrator, and like nothing happens. Like directly to my Facebook, to our rather like controversial posts. But besides that, like I think it's hard to fully represent. I think maybe if you set it more up like DJs do for the radio station, so you might have your daily anarchists, you might have labor news, and they might not all agree. I do think if you agree to not be divisive, to not cause division, to promote activist activities within the city, like, and to promote globalization, and if people like fucking up, like people are reacting, to criticize it, but like solution oriented, that's gonna happen. Like, hey, this is what we're screwed up about this action. Like this was great. We love that you were doing no war with Syria. Like, fuck wars. We don't want bombs to drop. But then, why were you preventing people from autonomously civilly disobeying? Like, that's counterproductive in an activist community, right? So, like, to kind of do that, but I think if you do it more like DJs, and when you figure out, like, I think people are getting an idea of who they can trust, right? Like, Tumblr is a little bit more edgy. It would be great if we had more original bloggers, and then the stuff from the Tumblr could also go to a web page. But, like, Facebook is a shorter platform. And Twitter is like one of the biggest mobilizers. So the people who are at action on the ground that can take pictures and write 140 characters that are trusted should have the Twitter password and be doing that and being like, oh, we're at 6th and Spring, they're still marching, come join us, because it gets people there, right? So I think if you do it more with trusted people and you use it like teachers, and if the website is rebuilt, and I think underneath this all, part of the problem is that OLA is not doing stuff. I mean, you've got like the TPP being fast-tracked right now, which is a corporate coup, and OLA is just sort of like, oh well, we'll keep taking over the world. Like, you know, so like the idea of like actually organizing action, and organizing the media to me is part of OLA doing something. That's, media has always been one of the most revolutionary things in movement. So it's like, how do we do it? How do we take out like the continued security threats that are happening from within, and things like censorship, and things like the people being outed on the page as to our identities that have been promoting this message, which is like, you know, it's dangerous to us. And like for those here who don't know, like our family's address has been put in anonymous groups by former members of this team over a Facebook page. And we've been sent threats like, oh, just tell Alyssa I have nothing to lose, I'll be dead before 2014. And we've got 2 kids, and this is over Facebook. So I think decentralizing in some way, like Twitter's to me something that more people should have access to because you mobilize people. But those passwords for the email account, for the recovery system, and whoever's watching the website now, because our IP addresses are directly linked to vacant ideas, like that has to be like super trusted, like know these people, know their family, we know where they live. Like, I'm sorry if you're houseless, but there's an actual identity, history attached to those people, so that if anything happens, like what recently happened by the same person who's literally threatening our lives, who's running them, and knows where they live. And like that needs to, that's part of responsibility. So to me that needs to happen.
Megan, Leslie, and Kandist.
More people are actually participating, because that's what happens in these other groups. Anti-media has
Megan,
and
Megan.
3 managers. That's it. And everyone content contributors. And then you have an open public forum where like one person moderates and you can cherry pick stories from it. Oh, really? This isn't social media.
As a result of that, I mean, they're not there at the moment. They have just walked away. So the second thing I want to mention is, I often see that the practice of ideology tends to happen and tends to take place, particularly because they want to be very decisive
They left.
So they're not using ideology to promote their ideology or to promote or make an action very efficient.
I don't see them. What is
They left. They left.
For instance, there was a post yesterday about the March against Monsanto, and to be honest,
They're the ones who run the page.
one of the arguments I felt very hurt by it because it was kind of sided in a way, it was said in a way that made the March against Monsanto bear that negative responsibility on a further end, meaning that March against Monsanto is trying to promote and trying to support other organic whole foods kind of things. And the objective of the March against Monsanto wasn't trying to promote the whole food situation, but more of trying to really break down the whole corporatized control of food.
Joe?
Yeah, I completely agree with you about the ways in which ideologies are wielded.
Where's Megan though?
Yeah, no,
Megan split. She just left.
I was trying to respond, but you guys started.
I'm sorry, can anyone call Megan and just find out why?
They all left. Leslie, AB3, and Kandist just split that way, and Megan went through the police.
No, they were together. I saw them.
Yeah.
No, Megan split by herself.
No, but they are together. I saw them. I know them well as well.
Can we let Joan speak?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
I mean, this is all part of the divisionary process.
She's part of it.
I feel that we are empowered today to make decisions about who is going to be running this stuff, and I think if we don't get to doing that, we're going to spin our wheels about what kept happening and why it keeps happening, and you have a very powerful moment to change all of that right
Marco.
now.
okay, but they
You might
Marco.
not
are running
have
it.
in an hour from now.
So, yeah, to piggyback off what Joan and Ross said, and I mentioned this earlier, there's the separation of teams. You're going to get a group of people that are just going to be divisive and contrarian. And so that's where it didn't play out. Fortunately, to not drop names.
See if they address the censorship thing.
People got a problem with Beth.
Report back to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People got a problem with Beth. And so, someone's like, hey, you know what? I don't like how she's doing this thing. She's doing this wrong. She's fucking this up. And then she gets a couple sympathizers. And then someone pulls this argument that we're attacking her or something. I think we should kind of just draw the line and say, you know what? You want to be divisive. You don't want to work as a team. Get the fuck out. Keep it simple. We're doing this. We keep doing this fucking coddling thing and saying like we gotta expect everyone to come. We gotta embrace everyone. Fuck that shit. Why? Why do we? The prime example, CCA. There's many people I don't want participating. There's a whole fucking list of people that do not belong. That's it. Do we want them to? Yes. This is part of the symptoms of society that we're complaining about. And to say that these things are fixed, or that by hugging the fucking killer, the solution's gonna get fixed, it's fucking ludicrous. We're dangerous to ourselves. By doing that kind of behavior, we're dangerous to ourselves. We're not solving the solution because we want to be wholesome and embrace it. We need to set an example. Sergi?
Okay, just for the record, this is live streaming?
Live streaming.
Okay. Where are we right now?
City Hall.
Can you look around?
We can.
Solidarity Park.
And so we have online that the official meeting is happening at the south side steps. Can you please look at the south side steps with your camera? Look at the
And
camera.
count how many people are next to you.
Yes.
We have quorum.
Count how many people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? We don't. Hi, I'm Alyssa. Nice to meet you. And then Jeff is in the bathroom. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and Jeff in the bathroom. 16 people have given up their Sunday.
So
Yeah.
this is official meeting
Yes.
because it's right here by the south steps in the Liberty Park. Excuse me, Solidarity Park. And so if people walk that away without letting us know and have another meeting, that's not the official meeting. I haven't gotten a notice that is an official meeting somewhere else. This has been the official meeting, and that's what we agree on.
And we consented last week that at this meeting, the administrators for the different platforms would be decided. So if they decided not to attend, that was on their own volition. But there is more than 15 people here today.
Are you good? Yeah. Mark?
Okay. This actually coincides with what Sergi just said. And basically, since we have quorum, even though they walked away, I think that we should still go through the process of electing the admins, still have made those decisions, so at least we move forward. And at that point, the only thing is getting the kids to release the passwords. Because basically, they saw they were outnumbered, didn't matter, so that's why they walked away, to try to prevent them having to give up the passwords. Doesn't matter. They have to do it. We have quorum, bottom line. So that's all I wanted to say.
No, I'm.
Next step.
Oh, I already said that.
Thank you.
Yes, I think we should start with building up proposals, and I particularly think the three admins who are part of the OLASM social media, we can do as we we can vote them out or run a proposal where we can vote them out and we don't accept their, their presence, and because of due to some factors, their character behavior, some of the course of time, opposed and the direction they're taking us. So I think we can launch a proposal, and at the same time, second, I think what we can do is select a person.
I'm gonna interject really quickly. So on Naz's cue, do we want to take a temperature check by doing a 10-minute break to kind of round robin proposal right now?
But I think we should elect the admins, and then the proposal is the removal of these people from the social media presence at all.
I agree.
And that's it.
What I'd like to say is instead of just kind of putting a band-aid on the situation of removing a select group of individuals and instating other admins, I'm suggesting a proposal where it kind of will keep that thought in place instead of it just being something in regards to if we find future behavior, we vote on it, being divisive, being contrarian, behavior that we find risk of security, behavior that we find is sabotaging our function, something along those lines. Not just X, Y, and Z need to get kicked out.
I just want to make sure we all know though that we did decide to elect admins. Like any other proposals. Like as long as that happens.
We should have a bunch of stuff getting taken down.
Okay.
I got
after
Joan
we
and
select the
Sergi.
admins, I'd like to make a proposal to have a moderator for wild speech and to put him somewhere else, maybe inside an event, something like that. Because instead of being in the main page where people are making all the discussions, where it's only the posts, we can make an event and go inside the event and have all the discussions there. And
private event.
Yeah, like a
invite
private
only.
event. Yeah, or invite only or something like that. So it's like a mediano. So we don't need to have the conflict in the main proposal posting area. And so these moderators will tell them, don't say those words because those are the words that we, by consensus, decided not to use. And so they go there and something like that.
Okay. I think before we do anything, one of the things that we should do is
Where did Barry go?
consense that we agree that decisions about people being removed and about like hard structure stuff should be made in face-to-face meetings and not in polls that are I think it's a terrible mechanism for making decisions. I'm sorry that it removes the ability for people who don't live in LA to have a quote-unquote say, but I think that it's really important that things like removal happen face-to-face, because I think it's really dangerous to just let an admin take people off when they think it's necessary.
Yeah.
And once a month, changing the password's crazy. Like, it should be like every 6 months we meet and we say who's your password. I'm sorry, I think Jeff is.
Let's keep stacking.
Okay, I'm sorry that I came late, but I have problems with the weather. My suggestion is I could go for removal. These people had it 2 years to be playing around with the social media. So it's about time. But it's going to be conflicting if we do it face-to-face, believe me, because they have come to the GA and has been really disruptive. I'm really concerned about that. I think it's time, 2 years, beginning of the 3rd year, we need to set up rules to self-respect and respect others, because the way they are going social media is giving bad rep to us occupiers.
Yep.
That's to change.
Okay, this is one thing to say. It's my suspicion and maybe even firm belief that there are 2 people who are with social media. I think we all know who we're talking about here.
Just if you feel comfortable.
Okay, whatever. I'll just say it, bad narrative. You know, these people have put my my family in danger, and you know, I'm at the point where I don't know which way to go here with this. Whether to take it into my own hands or leave it up to GA or social media to decide what to do with it. But I'm coming to a point where something has to be done, or I'm leaving OLA. And I'd like to have a discussion about that.
I put myself on stack. In regards to groups of individuals coming to this meeting and then deciding to opt out, I got you. Individuals coming to this meeting and deciding to opt out, I would like to set up another proposal where we say, you know what, if you're an admin, if you have the ability to come to a meeting, if you are invited to the meeting, and you choose not to come to the meeting, you don't get to all of a sudden later on
change your mind.
saying, well, you know what, I don't want this thing to happen. You had the opportunity to come.
Hey now.
You had the opportunity to come to the meeting. You could have said your voice. You came, then just chose to walk away. So, you know, if Sunshine can get here, anyone can fucking get here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That doesn't really count as a no, I got tendinitis in the face.
Yeah. I gave up my Sunday too. Everyone here did.
Okay, and that's something because myself, I don't participate in the social media because I don't want to be part of it. I don't like it the way they're treating themselves. But I have been abused at the GA by the same person who's talking about. Even she has threatened me that she's going to physically assault me. And I don't think that we need to live with the fear that we come to the GA and this person get away with this type of situation. We're non-violence, and if we tolerate this type of violence, we need to remove this person. Doesn't belong to OLA because we are conflicting with our own statements, non-violence. So she has to go.
She is running the page right now, by the way.
Yeah, you guys are all.
Jones.
She really is.
Yeah, so maybe. I know nobody was taking notes, but we had a few different consensus things that we need to take care of. One of them is that all future decisions about removal and structure will happen at face-to-face meetings. One is that we will elect and split into teams, different people for each platform. So everybody needs to think about if you want to do Twitter and what that team might look like, if you want to do Facebook, or if you want to admin the sandbox. That's going to have to be separate jobs. And the websites, the Tumblr is a much easier platform to use than the website, but it doesn't mean that we can't just pitch in. I'll even pay for it. It's like $12 to get a domain name that we all agree on and point it right back to the Tumblr. And so you could have something like OccupyLosAngeles.info lead to the Tumblr, and it could be something functional for us. So those are things for us to consider. And then the final proposal we agreed to talk about is people that we do want to remove from the sandbox or the social media group. So you need to be thinking about specific people in that instance. And what that might mean is that I think we should opt to have full consensus or more than 75% for removal, but that's a personal opinion. So think about all those proposals.
So quickly, I kind of missed them.
Okay,
the first one is removal of individuals happen face to face. The second one is teams of social media.
Yeah.
So
Twitter,
Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
And then the other proposals.
And then the last one is who do we agree needs to go?
Is that a proposal or just a list?
Well, it has to be put into a proposal, and I think voting on people one by one rather than all together. And then, depending on the temperature check, we'll then move into discussion or concerns. And this will address Jeff's agenda point about, because I don't want you to leave, so I want to make sure that we address the people that you talked about. And so I just want to make sure that we do these things in a kind of order so that we're not making group decisions that are things that can be actually discreetly discussed.
And for clarification, the removal of individuals happening face to face. That was the first proposal. So the individuals who we put on that list to be removed, they have to show up?
No, it's just that it only happens at an announced face-to-face meeting.